After I made that other video, the one prior to this, I was just looking at something. It flipped by real quick, and it said, nobody's in their right mind. Well, they're not in their right. Nobody is in their right mind, because if this is a symbol of man's brain, okay, because this has happened on a bunch of different levels. I mean, this could actually be happening to us right now, or it could be happening to people individually, or has happened. Nobody is in their right mind because we're all stuck on the left pillar. So nobody's in their right mind, which is the right hemisphere of the brain. There's people that have tendencies of the right brain, but they're not in the right brain. So if you were to take the teachings of Jesus and said, it's not the left path or the right path, it's the center path, then everything would be balanced. Scientifically, when you have deja vu, that's the right side of your brain firing at the same time that your left is. And you get that real bizarre feeling. So you can imagine if you activated the right side of your brain all at the same time. So nobody is in their right mind. Nobody is. But that doesn't mean crazy. It just means it's not working. They have taught us to be inherently left brain, which is the logical side for this reality. Here's what's happening. You see the pillars here? You see the reflection? That's where we are. Because they live on this side. We live on this side. In other words, they're using both of these. We're only using the fictitious shit. Now, what do I mean by that? Hebrew writing, what the Jews read, goes from the bottom right corner to the bottom left, and then up. We read from the upper left to the lower right. It's a mirror image. They know what's going on, and they've programmed us the other way. Little Jewish kids start playing with geometrical figures to understand and activate the right side of their head when they're little. When they look at symbols and letters, they don't see what you see. They see three-dimensional objects. They see three-dimensional codes. You see letters. They read from the lower right to the left and then up. We read from the upper left to the lower right. So you've got inverted L's. Do you understand? You see what they're doing here? So they've got us living in a bullshit reality. They're using both sides of their brain. We're using one side. That's why the reality we're in, we're not seeing what they're seeing. And so what they've done is they've broke our brain. And that's what all that Kabbalah stuff is. As a matter of fact, they're trying to keep us on the left side. Jesus told the Jews, that was one of his big bitch fests. He said, you guys know what you're doing, and not only do you not want to leave, but you don't want to share it. So Jesus basically told them, you guys are scumbags because you're not teaching these guys the way that stuff really works here. And so we're the reflection, just like the Jewish read, like I said, they read from the left across to the right, and then from the bottom up. We read from the right and down. And so if you cut that, they're on this side, we're on this side. So we just put a J there. It'll let me. And then the Gentiles over here. So they're over here and we're over here. We're mirror images of each other, just like this tower here. This is showing you our brain is broke, and they're keeping it that way. Nobody is in their right mind ever. That's referring to us, because we're stuck on this side of the head. They're using both of these. We're only getting this. They're getting both of them. They're getting the red and the blue, which is the two sides of the head. So if you combine those, then they're getting this. They're getting the whole picture. We're only getting this picture right here. You see? Or this picture, whatever the blue one is. The 33 is the brain. This is on multiple levels. Remember, the 33 is Saturn, it's the whole thing, but it's in this particular instance, what I'm showing you, the 33 is I am. Hang on, I'll show you. Here you are right here. I am 33. This kid isn't 33. Okay? I am 33 is the brain. It's the right and the left. In this specific instance that I'm speaking, I am 33. Why is this important? Because it is I think, therefore I am, in reference to the brain. They got us working off of one side of our brain and one side of our brain only. And that's the academia that we call school, grade school, middle school, and high school, and college. They, totally different system. They're on this side. And we are on this side. You can tell just by the way they read. They read this way. They read from the bottom left and up. We read from the top left to the lower right. We're complete opposites. We're complete fucking opposites. And that's done on purpose. Because not only do they know how to use the left side, but they know how to use the right side. They look at numbers, they create three-dimensional objects in their head. You look at numbers and you see numbers. You look at letters and you see letters. Theirs build three-dimensional objects in their head to tell a totally different story than what you're seeing. So all of this is done absolutely 100% on purpose.